How's everybody doing? Tinkering with Harleys. I want to thank everybody who is subscribed, and if you watch these videos and you enjoy them, by all means, please subscribe. Today we're going to do a little something different than we normally do. And this is something I came across on a video that I had done a year or two ago. It's on rebuilding carburetors, specifically CV40 key-in carburetors for Harley Davidsons. Now, in the video that I had done on rebuilding them, I told them at one point you have to be very, very careful when you're taking the pin out for the float and when you're reinstalling it. And today I'm going to show you what happens if you're not real careful. Now, the way this goes is on this bike. I just got this bike in yesterday with the complaint that it was pissing gas out of the overflow. And sure enough, when it got here, it was. And I had a pretty good idea what was wrong with it. Obviously, the needle was not seating and gas was just continuing to run through the carburetor, through the bowl, and it was coming out the overflow. And the bike was out of town, and they were having a little bit of trouble with it. Went to a shop, and they were told they needed the carburetor rebuilt. And the carburetor was rebuilt. They put it back on the bike, and the bike ran great for about 4 or 5 days, and then all of a sudden it started pissing gas. I got a phone call. I said, park the bike, get it back here, and we'll go from there. So that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly what happens with this when you're not careful. Okay, so when the bike got here, I took the carb off, took the bowl off. Here it is all here. And the first thing I noticed was the float. The float is stuck up. And if you look right here, this float is cockeyed. It's not even. So that tells me there's definitely something wrong, and this is why, and if you look at the float like this, I mean, it's real sluggish. It should move freely, and it's not. It should just bounce right back down, and it's not. You got to do everything manually. So what I did was I came over to the post here, and I took a look at the posts, and let me see if I can get a better shot of this. Okay, so when I started to look at the post, I came down and I looked at this post right here, and you can see it's broken. That's what caused this float to shift and why it's hanging up and not going up and down. It's crooked. And if you look right here, you can see that pin is not driven all the way through. So whoever did this rebuilding job, and I'm not trying to trash anybody by any means, whoever rebuilt this, they probably hit that post right there and put a crack in it, and that's why the bike ran okay for about 4 days, but the crack kept traveling and traveling and traveling till it finally broke. And when it broke, it caused this float to go cockeyed, which wouldn't allow the needle to seat, which allowed gas to keep flowing into the bowl, which caused the gas to run out. So this is why I said in the other video, be very, very careful when you're knocking this pin out. Now, I myself use a finishing nail, and I just use little gentle taps with it just so this does not happen. So consequently, this carburetor is no good. It's going to be replaced. And we're going to do some upgrades, I guess. We're going to put an S&S on it and go on from there. So I hope this helps somebody. This actually ties in with a video I did a year or two ago. But this is what happens when you're not careful. This arm will break, and when that arm or post breaks, that's the end of the carburetor. So I hope this helps somebody. I want to thank everybody for watching. And until next time, everybody be safe out there.